Hello there, Asia. It is Wednesday, it is the middle of the week, and welcome to your Hump Day Fox Sports Central. Unlike us here at Central, footballers get time off in the postseason, but they will soon be heading back to the training grounds in just a couple of days. Good morning, welcome along. It is so good to have you with us for day one of this 2021 Australian Open. The first time that it is being staged in February in over 100 years, and that is not the only thing that is different in this rather unique staging of the first Grand Slam of the year. One thing has stayed the same though, and that is that Tamarin Tanasugarn joins us live on our coverage, albeit not in the studio, but rather from her home in Bangkok. After 2 weeks of action, we are down to the final two. It's good to have your company on men's singles final day. It's good to have the company of Daniela Handikova as well as we look ahead to a final that perhaps not many would have predicted when the draw was made, but one that should be incredibly intriguing. It is so good to have you with us on a race day Sunday that is all about this man. No, not Matteo Guadagnoni, but Marc Marquez. On pole for the 9th consecutive time in Germany and looking for not only his 70th podium, but perhaps his 40th career victory as well. Now, he might be the king of the Sachsenring, but Matteo, the way qualifying and indeed FP4 went yesterday, could his reign look like it might come to an end today? It is, of course, not just about the tennis here at the Australian Open. Food and drink, that's a big thing, but so too is shopping. And there are more opportunities to do so at Melbourne Park this year than ever before. 13 retail stores are dotted all around the grounds. This is one of them here at Grand Slam Oval, and I've been set a shopping task that's a little bit different. I am to find items all beginning with the letters that can be found in the word Melbourne. Now, I'm having difficulty just thinking of the letters that are in the word Melbourne, so this might be a bit of a tricky task, but let's see how I go. Hello, my name's Edward, and you are watching Welcome, a Core Hotels guide to everything Asia Pacific has to offer. Here's what's coming up. Food is absolutely in abundance in Bali, but finding an authentic recipe passed down through the generations, now that takes some doing. Luckily, popular foodie Mark Wiens had resident chef Dane from the Sofitel Nusa Dua to help show him the way. Fox Sports FC on a Friday is back, which can only mean one thing. Domestic football is back this weekend, and back in the studio is Rish Roshan Rai. And in the studio, but where we'd rather be right now, is Raphael Honningstein. We'll be getting their thoughts on the weekend's big fixtures very shortly. 15-year-old Coco Gauff, not so much a rising star anymore, but rather an established one on the WTA Tour after a breakout 2019. She was looking to continue that momentum into 2020, where her first-round opponent at the Australian Open was a familiar one, Venus Williams, whom she overcame in the first round at Wimbledon last year. Yes, 2 more matches to come on day 10, and 2 that bear more than a striking resemblance to each other. In each, a player who is more than used to reaching the Final Four at Grand Slam tournaments comes up against a long-time pro still looking to make it to the semis of any major for the very first time in their career. And to discuss the 2 quarter-final ties already played, let's head down to Flushing Meadows and check in with Daniela Handikova, who has managed, as always, to stay remarkably cool throughout these hot conditions. A positive result will certainly be one that the home side need, as they then have to go to the Tianhe Stadium in Guangzhou for the second leg. With that in mind, let's take a look at the starting 11 for Urawa Reds. Hello again as I continue my journey north along cycling route number 1. I'm now in Nantou, and as you can see from the map, there's a rather large body of water that takes pride of place in the county. That body of water is the rather beautiful Sun Moon Lake. I'm here at the Visitors Centre now. I'm going to grab all the requisite information I need, and then we've got a long day ahead of us, so I better get on my bike. Who will join them? It will be one of Guangzhou Evergrande or Urawa Red Diamonds. The second leg coming up very shortly in the south of China. Of course, it is the away side, Urawa, who have 1 foot in the final already after a very one-sided first leg. So far, so good at Wimbledon on day 4. The sun is out, but the question is for how long? Because the bad news is that the Met Office here in England has predicted that there will be some rain a little bit later on in the day. And the question is whether the fans here are prepared. This, because the standard London Red has been replaced by green, because the Ralph Lauren custom shop is in town. Its destination is style here at SW19. I'm joined by Fanny at the very first step of the custom shop as Colette makes her way over. Colette, come over here, let's find out what's going on. Fanny, what do we have here? Paderborn certainly did make a good impression in their first game back in the Bundesliga. We know they love to attack in Bundesliga too, and it looks like they've continued that into the top flight as well. So plenty of goals yesterday, hopefully plenty more to come tonight. Tiger Woods is set to play his first Open Championship since 2015 after recovering from back surgery. And the American will be looking to add to his 14 major titles at this year's Open after making his debut as a 19-year-old amateur at the 1995 Scottish Open. But he'll have to overcome another American, defending champion Jordan Spieth. After a long, hard day of cycling, I'm absolutely starving. So I've come here to the night market at Kenting to fill my stomach. And you know what? I've burnt so many calories today that I think I deserve to go a little crazy.